Now, this is how you deal with pullbacks. And once I teach you how to deal with the pullbacks, there's only one way to deal with the shit, right? But I'm gonna tell you exactly what to say, and you can read off the playbook. If a woman pulls away from you, especially if you haven't done anything, if you haven't disrespected her, you haven't cheated, and she starts to pull her attention away from you, you absolutely cannot go chasing her. If a woman pulls back from you again, you cannot go chasing her. You cannot. If she pulls back, you have to pull back. And you do not reach out to her. You do not like any of her pictures. You do not accept anything. You don't accept her liking your pictures. None of that. What you need to do is you go the other way. When she go this way, you go that way. Period. That's the only way a woman will see that you're not with the bullshit. If you go chasing her, if you go trying to reason with her, now she has a tool in her arsenal to get what she needs from you, or to get things right when she feel like shit ain't going her way, or when she feel like she need to manipulate you or not be held accountable. She knows that she can use this and it's going to affect you. You have to go the other way. And when they come back, you let them know, hey, listen, I'm not with the bullshit. I'm not with that flaky shit. I'm not with all of that hot and cold shit. You're going to either shit or you're going to get off the pot. And when you get off that pot, you're going to have to stay off that pot. There's no coming back. So you need to make up your mind on what you're going to do. You in or you out. You see what I'm saying? And you make sure you get that commitment. And then when you get that commitment, right, when you get that, okay, I understand, you let them know. Or when you get that, hey, you know, I'm in, I'm fucking with you, cool, you let them know. You cannot, don't do that no more. If you do that again, I can't do this. You see what I'm saying? And the only thing you're looking for is, okay, I understand, my apologies. Anything other than that, no deal, no game. We're not entertaining anything other than that. You have to do it that way, and you have to establish yourself. You don't get emotional. You don't get upset. You don't cry. You don't chase. You don't spill your heart out. None of that. Hey, listen, I ain't doing that. That's not what we doing. You shit or you get off this pot. And when you get off that pot, you stay off that pot. If you move your feet, you're going to lose your seat, period. And a woman have to know that you mean that. That woman that I told you that did that shit, little shit, you know, the last time that I was just telling you about, she know that I mean that. She know that I mean that. When you move your seat, you lose your. When you move your feet, you gonna lose your seat around this motherfucker. Period. I'm not holding up my train for no flaky ass bullshit or nobody playing no games with me. We not doing that. Don't play games with me. I'm not the one to be played with. You have to let your women know, I am not the one to be played with. I will get rid of your ass. I'm not dealing with the headaches. I'm not dealing with the stress. I'm not dealing with the flaky bullshit. I'm not dealing with none of that. You gonna treat me right, and you gonna give me 100% like I'm giving you 100%. Anything else, there's no deal. You have to let women know that. If you don't, and you have to stand on that. You have to stand on that. If a woman don't see that you're about that, you're never going to have a good relationship. You're never going to have a woman who respects and admires you. Go look at some of my comments. If you read my comments on my Instagram threads, whenever I'm talking about anything where a man's standing up and talking about boundaries, you'll see a lot of women in the comments saying, my husband was the first man to do this and I respect him so much for it. The man I'm with now, he was the first guy to put boundaries on me and let it be known and stand up for himself, and I respect that so much and I love him for that. You're not gonna have no good, fruitful relationship if you cannot do that. So when they start to pull in the bullshit, they're gonna always try it one time, but you have to nip it in the bud right then and there. If you don't, they're gonna always do it. Every time that I had, hey, listen, you shouldn't have getting off that pot, bro. And it was after. Now you can't, when they pull back and they pulling away, you can't text them, hey, you gotta should have get off the pot. What you gonna do? You can't do that. You have to wait until they come back to you. And don't let them come back to you throwing pussy on you. Don't let them listen. When a woman pull back, again, I'm gonna say it again. When a woman pull back from you, you need to go the other way. You pull away too, and you do not engage with them until they come back to you on some other shit. Until they come back to you cooperating with the understanding of that's not happening again. Don't let them come back trying to suck you dry. Don't let them come back trying to give you some head and put some pussy on you so they can forget it. No, don't do that or you out. You move your feet, you lose your seat. Do you understand me? That's the only way to deal with it. Don't let them come back trying to manipulate you and all that shit. That's the only time. That's the only way you deal with it. Again, when they pull away, you don't go, hey, you should have get out the pot, move your feet. You don't do that. You do that when they come back. Now, when a woman sees that she can't do that to you, it shows strength. It shows the ability that you have the ability to be alone rather than deal with bullshit. And that is respectable by anybody. Anybody can respect that. You see what I'm saying? So that's how to deal with pullbacks. You do not negotiate with terrorists. You do not chase terrorists. You do not engage with bullshit. The only time you engage with a woman is when she's doing right by you. It ain't nothing to argue about. It ain't nothing to fight over. Straight up. Make sure you communicating this in the beginning before it happens. And it's still gonna happen, but when it do, you need to be strong enough to, hey, it may feel like you're gonna lose out and shit, but trust me, they'll be back, bro. They always come back. If you're doing everything that you need to do, if you meeting needs and you that dude, they gonna always come back because you rare. You're rare. You see what I'm saying? So that's how to deal with pullbacks.